Episode 32 of The Slam is brought to you by WWE 2K18. You guys can actually currently pick up this game on sale for $42 on Amazon.com. If you guys have yet to pick up the game, maybe you didn't get it as a holiday gift this last year, not a big deal. It is on sale. I play WWE 2K18, and if you guys make a purchase towards the game, let me know. I'll be happy to give you guys my gamer tag and we could play together. If you guys use the link down below, I do get a kickback for that. So I do appreciate you guys. If that is something that you guys are looking at purchasing in general, do it through my link. Helps me out and it helps you out as well. Today's video is actually really cool because, and I feel like I've been saying that a lot recently with WWE news, but we obviously know Raw 25 is coming up. And of course, there's been a lot of talk of different legends that have been confirmed. And so far, some of the confirmed legends that you guys may know about are the likes of Stone Cold Steve Austin, obviously The Undertaker, technically John Cena's there, but he's also on the active roster. But then you got Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair, Dudley Boys, which is kind of a shocker. You have NWO, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, New Age Outlaws, Booker T, JBL, Ron Simmons, Ted DiBiase, Brother Love. Interestingly enough, you do get the Boogeyman and Teddy Long, John Laurinaitis, Sergeant Slaughter, Bella Twins, Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler. There's even been talks of MVP, Montel Vontanius Porter. I think that one's actually probably the most interesting just because, well, it's MVP. I don't think a lot of people expected that to be revealed, but it looks like he has been confirmed by WWE, and that's actually really cool. But now in 2018, there's a couple more legends that have been rumored to show up for Raw 25. One of them being Lita. For those who don't know, Lita has been in the WWE on and off between hosting pre-shows, post-shows, even getting involved with like the Performance Center and some other stuff. Obviously, with the Hardys being back, Lita being on TV, I'm not sure how that would go down, but there has been rumors that Lita would return. But there's actually one that's really significant, and there's one that I really want to talk about today. You guys probably saw the thumbnail, and there's been a lot of speculation that Raw 25 will be the time that WWE actually brings back Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan returning for Raw 25 would be really significant, and you know, the controversy with Hogan years ago, that's kind of been like a big deal, and I understand that a lot of people have been frustrated with that. But people feel like it's past, you know. WWE had originally stopped talking about Hogan. They stopped making references to Hogan. And now we've seen time and time again that they continue to bring up Hogan, whether they're showcasing some of his previous events or whether they are, you know, just mentioning him in promos, whatever the case may be. We do hear from time to time. And that's always a really good thing. So with that being said, if Hogan were to come back for Raw 25, why is he denying it on Twitter? Well, obviously it ruins the surprise. That's number one. I think that we've seen that time and time again with WWE and pro wrestling in general. You know, a lot of superstars hate when things are being spoiled or being revealed early. So that's one reason for the denial. But a very big portion of Hogan coming back to Raw 25 is just to kind of set in stone that perhaps maybe he'll be around for WWE at WrestleMania. And it kind of sets that precedence that he would be returning to WWE in some sort of capacity. If that is the case, then obviously WWE is doing a good job because it kind of softens the blow. Some people are scared that WWE might get some pushback from media, but at the end of the day, it kind of seems like all the lawsuits and everything like that has been done with Hulk Hogan. So if Hulk Hogan is coming back to WWE Raw 25, will he show up at the Barclays Center or show up in Manhattan? You're obviously going to see a larger crowd at Barclays, so more than likely you're going to have Hogan show up there. And I think it makes a lot of sense too. You know, a lot of the speculation has been, you know, WWE has been wanting to bring back Hogan. They feel like people deserve second chances, and Hogan's one of those guys where it's kind of, it's kind of passed over. And obviously I get the controversy. I don't like what he did, and I don't like how it happened and everything like that, but you can't take away what he did. And I think a lot of that, like, as a wrestler, he's been around for a while. As a superstar, he's done a lot of big things for WWE or pro wrestling in general. So, when you hear some of these things about Hogan, coming back, it shouldn't really shock people. And I think, like I said, it's really interesting. Look at the way Raw 25 is being positioned, okay? You got to consider a couple things. Raw 25 is being positioned as a 3-hour show with a 1-hour kickoff and possibly a 1-hour post show on the network. Between 5 hours of content, you're going to get a couple hours of Barclay and a couple hours of the Manhattan Center. Hogan being part of Raw 25 will really do big things for WWE, especially when you have guys like Mick Foley who have already come out and said that they will not be there. And which, by the way, I do want to kind of point this out. The reason why Mick Foley's not going to be there, he feels it's not realistic based on how long ago he was fired by the Authority. So I like the fact that he still has a little bit of that realness that's kind of drawn in. And of course, that's kind of WWE's thing too. It's, you have SmackDown guys come into the show. You have some legends. There's some people that left, on bad terms. And that's fine. MVP is quite the shocker. A lot of people would say he's not a legend, but, he accomplished great things in the WWE. Give him that chance to come back. These are some people that we haven't seen in a really long time. This is a good opportunity to bring them back. Obviously, like the Boogeyman coming to WWE Raw 25, it's a special appearance, So Mick Foley kind of came out and was like, listen, like, I got fired in terms of storyline. I feel like it's way too soon to bring me back. That's a reason for me to think that Mick Foley won't show up. But that doesn't mean Mick Foley won't show up as another character. He played 4 different characters. He played 4 different gimmicks in the WWE, maybe even more. So I guess it makes sense to have Mick Foley come back. But I don't think it makes sense for him to come back as the Mick Foley character. So if you think about it, it's not a shocker or a surprise to see people actually deny that they're coming back. Obviously, when you have guys like Jimmy Hart and Hulk Hogan, that's something that people want to see. And of course, there's going to be a lot of denial, but we shouldn't be shocked if Hulk Hogan returns for Raw 25. And obviously, there's been rumors that maybe Carlito will show up at Raw 25. There's a lot of rumors of guys that are expected to return to WWE. What's really interesting, obviously, Goldberg is going into the Hall of Fame. We have no confirmation on Goldberg, but everybody knows that Raw 25 will be what ultimately kicks off WrestleMania season for WWE. So John Cena and Undertaker, they're rumored to have a match. Obviously, Goldberg going into the Hall of Fame. If WWE is looking at setting up any sort of program, Batista may be one of the guys that we can see as a surprise return at Raw 25. So, it's pretty interesting when you have guys like, Hogan, Batista, MVP, Carlito. These are guys that a lot of people they're not in the same bracket, obviously, but it's not a shocker that they may potentially return on this night. It's going to be a very, very big night for WWE. And that's what, that's what's going to make me excited, because we don't know what's going to happen. Obviously, Hogan coming back would definitely be big. It would. It would be so big because it's the first time since the whole controversy. So I listed some names. Obviously, Hogan's the biggest draw. Mick Foley's probably the second. And then for guys like Carlito or MVP or maybe even Chris Masters or Batista, you probably don't give a shit. But that's okay. I want to know who you guys want to see at Raw 25. Let me know in the comment section down below. And if you guys have any questions, follow me on Twitter at Tango with Tango, because that's where I read all the tweets. You know, lately I've been using Twitter a little bit more, talking about wrestling and stuff like that. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think. Use the hashtag #TheSlam. And of course, like I said, if you guys want to get WWE 2K18, use the links down below. Make that purchase. Xbox One, PS4, and Nintendo Switch. As always, this is Ango. Thank you for watching episode 32 of The Slam. I will see you guys on the very next episode.